same way a loving father feels towards his children. That's but a sample of your tender feelings for us. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, let's get going.
Hey guys, welcome to Psalm 103. There were two parts. This is such a beautiful psalm, but there were two parts that really stuck out to me. So I did one on the printable, which I read about a father's love, and that little baby elephant just being cradled in the trunk, in that intimate place with the father, just rocking and nurturing, protecting, surrounding, cradled. To me, that just captured a visual sweetness of the relationship that we are afforded with our Heavenly Father. So the other, it was one word. It was just one word that captivated me from the get-go, first time that I read through the psalm. And I find it in verse 5. You satisfy my every desire with good things. You've supercharged my life so that I soar again, like a flying eagle in the sky. First, I want to say that you satisfy my every desire with good things. Everything that comes from the Father is good. We might not recognize it as such in that time. We might not see it as a blessing, but ultimately, He knows what's best for us. He wants to make us holy, not happy. So to change our perspective and the paradigm that we look at things as that it is good things that come from our Father. He doesn't say, you satisfy my every desire with everything I've ever wanted, not needed. He says, the psalmist David says, you satisfy my every desire with good things. Do you trust that your God satisfies every desire that you have with goodness? Do you have that hope and that expectation of goodness that even though you might be walking through something and you don't understand it, there is goodness there because nothing happens that does not pass through the hands of the Father? So you satisfy my every desire with good things, even though it might not feel like it. You've supercharged my life so that I soar again. So that I soar again. To me, this just hit me over the head. One is the idea that I had to have been soaring once in order to soar again. So in this lifetime of ours, we have valleys and we have peaks. We have mountaintop experiences and we have those moments where we feel like, my God, why have you forsaken me? And I want to say to you, no matter where you are, whether you're soaring or whether you're in a place of, my God, why have you forsaken me? You will soar again. He promises in this word that you will soar again, like a flying eagle in the sky. The other thing that this reminds me of, not only that I had soared once, because if I'm going to soar again, I have to have had done it once already, but also that we're not meant to soar forever. We're not meant to just start and just keep on soaring. Listen, I have to say from my own personal experience, the times that I drew closest to the Lord were when I was in the valley. It was when I was alone, when I was feeling so despondent, and He was the one that I sought my comfort, my foundation from. We're not meant to soar every second of every minute of every day. We will soar again. We will go be in the valley again. Right now, I've shared in the past that we came out of a very tough medical season that lasted for a good 5 years. It affected absolutely every member of my family in some degree. And right here and right now, that was a valley. That was tough. That was leaning into the Lord and trusting on Him for the protection of my daughter, that she would draw her next breath. But now in this season, we're soaring again. You know, on a Saturday, my husband and I get up and we go food shopping, and we have this new thing called normal, where you just do life. You go and do errands and you do things, and it's not medical crisis after medical crisis after medical crisis. Oh, I remember the medical crises, and I remember what it was like to be walking through them. And I have a new perspective of what it means when somebody else is going through a medical crisis. But I'm not in it right now. He lifted me up. He gave me this energy of my youth. My amplified version says on this verse, who satisfies your mouth, your necessity, and your desire at your personal age and situation. my personal age, with good, so that your mouth renewed is like the eagle's, strong, overcoming, and soaring. So we do overcome, and he gives us the strength when we're in a valley, he gives us the strength to overcome once again. So that one word, I had to incorporate that into my Bible spread for this season, for this psalm, because that one word has such promise for me that you will soar again. And here, so how I kind of got it was that she's kind of just being lifted up out of the circumstances, out of the things that have been the world, the earth that has been dragging her down, the valley that she has found herself in. She's just being lifted up, almost like on the wings of the Spirit, just being lifted up and out of those circumstances to soar again. The way that I did the word right there again was that I found my middle A, which was that middle A, and I got that in the middle and then just did the letter on each side of it so that it was centered and where I wanted it to be. So that is my Psalm 103, the Father's love and the promise that no matter what we're walking through in this season, it does get better. It is goodness. Anything that comes from the Father's hands, though we might not feel it or see it right now, in hindsight and that 2020 vision, we will see that it was the goodness of the Lord and that we can hope on Him and hope in Him, because hope is the expectation of goodness. So that's all I've got for Psalm 103, guys. I will see you next week. Bye.